is Josie Olivia, not Josie Olivia. And if you're watching in Bolivia, you're an awesome possum. That D7 chord gets me every time. Hi! My mom's an Uber driver. Recently, my mom Ubered Tara Della Hunt, the assistant costume director for Beautiful, the Carole King musical, on tour. She was heading to like an after party. Tara ended up offering my mom, well, if you and your daughter can come to the show either tomorrow because she Ubered her on Friday, or Sunday, except not the last show, I may be able to get you backstage. Well, I didn't get to go backstage, but I did get to go see Beautiful. I didn't even know it was in town. If it hadn't been for Tara, I wouldn't have known about this, so thank you so much, Tara. You are like a godsend. Also, my hair is kind of disgusting. Kind of like, if I made it like more even, kind of like Carole King's. I wasn't sure what to expect with the Carole King musical, because I've heard a lot of jukebox musicals aren't really well appreciated. Mamma mia. I didn't say anything. So I was a bit nervous because I was like, oh, please don't ruin Carole King. She's all we have in this tiny, tiny world. This was like so amazing. It's probably the best, and I'm saying the best jukebox musical I've seen. Anyway, but it was just so beautiful. Haha. There was just so many good things about it. I went to a Sunday matinee, and usually that's when all the old people go to. It's like, oh, we're done with church. We're gonna go see Carole King. So I went with a bunch of old people. I don't write. The fun part about that was every time a familiar song came on, Will You Love Me Tomorrow? As soon as the first notes were played, all the old people in the audience went, oh. And it's just the entire audience. I'm not even kidding. Like, even my mother who was sitting next to me, she would, and I lost it. Like, it's a beautiful song, but I lost it because it was like, are you serious? Everyone went nuts. It's just like, oh, can we have that with like Adele when she's done, like, you know, about 40 years or something? Can we just have like all of her music just like turn it into a musical, and then we will all just be like, oh. It was amazing. I think there was one song that like none of the music is by them, and it's the 1650 Broadway medley. And I was like, at first I was like, why is it called 1650? And then I realized that's the address of the record company, or like the company that they write all the music at, and they had like a bunch of music like
Splish Splash, I was taking a bath,
and Love Potion No. 9 and Poison Ivy, and yeah, don't come back. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me. And I think I might have one more, but like they were all sung at the same time. It was pretty cool. So this was the program. I got it signed by a bunch of people. And one thing that was really interesting was that the part of Carole, which was originally played by Jessie Mueller, who's now doing her second jukebox musical as the main character in Waitress. It's kind of cool that she's done like she's originated two parts in two jukebox musicals, like one after the other. I actually saw Jessie Mueller in Nice Work If You Can Get It it was my freshman year of high school. So, about 4 years ago. In this production, her sister, Abby, played Carole, and she was absolutely amazing. Like, she sounded like Carole. As soon as she started talking after she was playing So Far Away, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's Carole King! Look at that! Look at that! Like, yes! It was actually really funny. Like, not like tons of jokes, one after the other, after another, but at some points it did make me really teary-eyed, and like I was on the verge of crying, especially when they sang You've Got a Friend, but they did add some comedic moments, so I didn't, I wasn't bawling. One thing that I really liked about this, that was actually kind of weird, was how they worked Carole into the story. And like, I have to explain what I mean by that. They had, I'm pretty sure that Abby actually played the piano, especially on So Far Away. It looked like she was actually playing the piano. It might as well ran into September. I think she was doing it on that one, maybe. Some of them, it looked like she was actually playing it, and it looked really cool. So I think that actually requires someone who knows how to play the piano. We are a dying breed pianist. Also, she doesn't dance. So basically, this part was meant for me. I mean, obviously I'm destined to play her. Just kidding. I don't play ingenues. Seriously though, like that's like I got really excited for a second. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Broadway part where they don't have her dance, but she plays piano? Ah, it sounded like me. It was me. It was me. I had a Red Bull before the show, so I fangirled a lot. This was so good. Abby Mueller as Carole was just gorgeous. I mean, like, not gorgeous as in, like, you know, she always said she was playing like it, but I mean, like, she played it so gorgeously. I fell in love with her character. But it's just, like, it empathize with her so much. Like, whenever she was feeling heartache, I felt it too, and I was just like, oh, Carole. Honey, let me hug you. Everything was just so good about this. So good. And a bunch of people in the audience were always like, they wrote that. Oh my gosh, they wrote that. And it was very emotional, and I didn't think, like, what is there really to talk about? I mean, what did Carole really go through? And while there wasn't, like, anything super major, it was sort of average. I mean, granted, like, she had, like, #1 songs for, like, a long time, but other than that, there wasn't a lot of drama. It was just, like, normal drama that you might find in, like, an average American family, but at the same time, it hit you hard because a lot of people really went through that. Okay, I will say this. Carole's husband did have affairs and just, you know, trying to work through that. And, very hard on her. She was pregnant when she was 16. I don't know, the way it was done, you could very easily connect with her. And it was just done so well. I think my only complaint with this particular show was the Righteous Brothers. One of the Righteous Brothers was completely off. It was either Andrew Brewer or Ryan Farnsworth. One of them was out of key. Like, I've heard the song. I have. Like, I listened to the entire soundtrack before I went to go see it. I mean, that's what I do. I am a Broadway geek. I listen to soundtracks. Like, I hate listening to Top 40 sometimes. But it's like, in my free time, I listen to Broadway. But he was completely off. Like, he was supposed to have, like, you know, these impressive low notes. Like, people lock them doors and turn the lights down low. It wasn't that song, but, like, he was supposed to, like, have, like, these impressive low notes. It was just off. Why are you here if you can't find the key? I'm gonna assume it was an off day, but still, are you serious? Another complaint that I have. This isn't really a big complaint, but they kept on talking about her kids. Luis and Sherry? Yes. They kept on talking about him, and with how much they talked about him, you could tell, you know, they didn't want to have kids in the show because that's like the rules of theater. You don't want to work with kids or animals. So if you're stuck directing Annie, you're screwed. Sorry. But it's kind of like, with how much they're mentioning them, it was like, I almost wanted them to, like, have kids there because it's just like they were being mentioned so often that they made it kind of obvious that they weren't going to show them. I don't know. That's like really, really minor though compared to like all the great things about it. It was so good. I recommend that everyone go see it, young or old. You will fall in love with Carole King. Oh, and this is just something that I wish that they had. One of the last songs that she sings, like, you have the curtain call, which is, seriously can't remember the name of it, but it's like, I feel the earth. And then they have Beautiful, which she's singing at Carnegie Hall, and of course is the title. And then they have Natural Woman, which was made famous by Aretha Franklin, but it was on her album Tapestry. And I kind of wish they had brought on, like, someone to play Aretha Franklin, just because I remember her at the Kennedy Center honors, where, you know, she was being honored, and they had Aretha Franklin, still alive, come out and sing Natural Woman, and she brought the house down. And just when she first came on and started playing it, Carole was like so excited. She was like, oh! And she was just so excited and teary-eyed, and Aretha killed it. Aretha Franklin never sings a song the same way twice. That's a problem that they had when they were recording Blues Brothers. Like, it was so amazing, just like, she still got it! So that would have been kind of cool if, like, Carole and Aretha had sang that song. Sung that song. Can I English? C. Other than that, I recommend this for anyone young or old. Anyone who doesn't know Carole King, everyone who grew up with Carole King, I recommend this for everyone. It's so amazing. So that's all I have to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed this. Anyway, so please leave your hate comments down below, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!